taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
But it's a good segue. It's a good segue into our, the next pay-per-view.
The real card for that night.
The return of Keith one-time Thurman. After how many months since he lost to Pacquiao back in
2019? So we just gonna say 3 years. The street's gonna say 3 years.
2.5 months. Sorry, two and a half years.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 years. Yeah, making it.
All we see is 2019. we don't count the month down here. We like 2019. Like, hold on, wait. Gary Russell fought before this nigga? Nah.
Yeah. When Gary
Russell was gonna fall twice before Thurman fights.
Yeah, man. Gary Russell was more active than Keith Thurman. That's not cap either.
That's crazy.
But it's good. But at least it's good that Thurman is back. Understanding that he wants to make one more, good run. Back to welterweight glory. Myself, I'm not happy with his opponent, and someone who I've complained about for years now. He's facing one Mario Barrios, fresh off getting his ass whooped from Tank Davis, and then he decided, "Hey,
who watching TV, yo?
Someone echoing." Okay, that was Pete. I think, Pete, you might want to move check your mic a little bit, bro.
No, I'm good. All right. Okay. That's not my TV.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a slight echo. So
zone out on the Thurman segment.
Yeah.
The most important segment since July 2019.
So but yeah, Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios in the main event. Barrios is making his welterweight debut. Some people might think it's just about time for him to do it because for as big as he is, trying to make 140, I guess, was a chore for him. So
that's why I don't know why everybody's fucking hating on this goddamn fight. Like, if you're gonna hate on the fight, hate because it's pay-per-view. But I swear, like, this is a good matchup. Like, Barrios is damn a big 140 going up to 147. He coming off a knockout loss where he put up a good ass fight, and some people had him up or winning, whatever, before he started getting knocked down. Thurman coming off a fight of the year from damn fucking 2019. Shit, like I don't know why this is a look down on so much.
Well, me, I have my reasons, because like I said, I've gotten a Mario Barrios case way before,
Yeah. I mean, you have. I can feel where you're coming from, but it's like a general consensus of niggas is like. But then I forget Thurman be hated on so extrally.
Honestly, Thurman, for some reason, even Thurman, in terms of probably is the most accomplished of the welterweights in PBC.
Oh, it don't matter. He's from Florida.
So we had Charles Martin versus King Kong Ortiz pay-per-view. So it can't be that bad.
What I'm saying? And honestly, niggas complain about that, but not as loud as they complain about the damn Thurman pay-per-view, which is the better card anyway. Like,
this card's way better on paper for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
damn,
before we get, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, motherfuckers love hating on Keith Thurman. Like, oh,
they really do though. Like, I don't know.
We had to literally search the globe to get 3 Keith Thurman fans just to do this podcast. Like, Thurman like the Dragon Balls or some shit. Like, niggas like, damn, hold on. Like, we're all from the different 3 different parts of the country. That's how bad it is. Like, it's that rare. Like, you had to go to like the UK to get another Thurman fan.
This should have flipped. I feel like the Josecito Lopez versus Ramos opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ramos, I think that's a better fight.
Thurman said that he was offered the Ramos fight, but then the Mario Barrios fight he picked Barrios over Ramos, which angered some people. I don't know why, but whatever.
Dude, because Ramos is an opponent. People would have complained way more if he picked Ramos. Because people don't look at Ramos as a winner type guy. Barrios is still young in his prime, where they're like, well, shit, you lost a damn Tank main event pay-per-view. You lost Thurman main event pay-per-view. Okay, we could get you to be the B-side on a Showtime Championship boxing card, whatever. Because I don't think they're going to just throw him all the way down to PBC Fox.
But then here's the thing with Barrios. Barrios, because I mean, myself, like the reason why, I mean, Barrios is jumping into welterweight. See, if Barrios had at least one welterweight fight against someone, let's say Josecito Lopez or something like that, and it was able to show what he could do at welterweight and see if he could, then maybe at least the fight itself would have been a better transition. I mean, it's still not pay-per-view. This shit should not be pay-per-view.
I should be pay-per-view regardless, but I do agree with you. It would look better if Barrios had a fight, later in the damn end of the year, because he fought early summer, right? Like when May.
Yeah, he fought. Yeah.
Like he could have gotten another one, and
right,
been at welterweight, like you said.
Right, and at least it had that going. But now without a barrier welterweight fight to someone that could introduce him to the division, now there's things like and consider that Tank bodied the dude, and Tank is a way smaller fighter than him. So Keith has to, like, he can't be boxing. It can't be he has to stop firing.
Yeah, but this is Tank bodying dude after getting hands put on and struggling and having a hard fight with dude for 9 rounds.
But Keith doesn't get him out of there impressively or early or dominate more than Tank. You're gonna hear all the bullshit about Tank. You know what I'm saying? For a good week.
And for me, Thurman at this point, because Thurman right now, he's been shaking. He gets injured, and he has good victories, and he gets injured, and it's gonna be one of those things like Barrios is not seen on Thurman's level. So if Barrios is putting hands on dude, and God forbid he actually stops him or rocks him or drops him at any point,
he's not getting stopped. Stop that,
I know. I don't think so, but I'm just saying because because remember what happened with Thurman and Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez, had him in
one good round.
One good round.
Trust me, that fight was the reason why I picked Pacquiao to beat Thurman, because I was like, I just did, because if Josecito can have him like that, there's no way in hell I could see him dealing with Pacquiao like that. Because it was because I didn't like that. Although Josecito is a fine welterweight fighter, I didn't like what I saw in that fight.
Yeah, that was a bad look.
Josecito should have been put away. I mean, if Berto can stop Josecito Lopez, Thurman should have been able to do it.
Yeah, but Thurman was never at one point getting outboxed by fucking Josecito Lopez. People forget about that.
And Thurman had one hand. Like he only had one hand.
Too,
I didn't like seeing. Thurman's eyes when he got rocked. Thurman's eyes looked like he was held to schedule. Bro looked like he was seeing the further nigga. I didn't like seeing that. I was like, this is Josecito Lopez, bro. Like he needs to stop this.
This is the thing. It's not like I feel like people not giving Josecito Lopez credit. Yeah. Let's act like he's not world class. Let's act like he hasn't had big moments before. Let's act like he hasn't give other top fighters hard fights.
But Josecito Lopez is probably the only fighter that actually goes in the ring at like 80% and goes from there. That's because Josecito's taking such thorough beatings in these fights he has.
He gives as good as he takes. And against Thurman, he had one fucking moment, and everyone remembers that moment. Oh my god!
Just like what's his name? Colazo had one moment, and everybody remembers that fucking moment.
I feel like Steve Willis added to that because it was Steve Willis' reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Steve Willis reacted to Thurman getting lit up. Like that. Yeah, and of course it didn't help that in that Josecito Thurman fight, one judge gave it a draw. So
fucking judge with his ass kicked.
Yeah, that was with a knockdown no less, where Thurman and he gave it a 113 draw. I was like, where did that shit come from?
Even the number was horrible. Is he related to the judges who had the fucking the Beltran Ricky Burns fight a fucking draw? There was a knockdown in that too. Shit.
So there was a lot of things like Thurman, because Thurman didn't wipe out Josecito Lopez like that, and it went the distance. And then the Pacquiao fight, which was, like I said, it was a great fucking fight. And Thurman, although he went down in the first round, he still rallied back. He gave it as good as he got. But of course, like I said, the infamous 10th round where Pacquiao lands that sick body shot that had Thurman kind of bring around the rosy a little bit. People said some shit about that, even though I'm like, any fighter would have probably gone down from that sick shot that he took to the body. Dude, like that.
People, like, every stereotype for boxing, people throw it at Thurman. They throw the body shot, like, man, you want to beat Keith Thurman, man. Hit him to the like niggas and the thing is, people be acting like they dropping like sage wisdom, like straight up gems on you too, like yup, body shots. Like, nobody likes a good body shot. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He just has a terrible poker face.
Like, like once you hit him in the
reaction to him is horrible.
Like once you hit him in the face, like you can tell it's like a rap. Like, dude, he takes a deep breath and then starts skipping to my loo around the ring a little bit. Like it's
crazy. Usually people have the reverse. Like, people, like, they act bad with headshots, but I've never seen like someone with take a body shot and they're like, oh shit, and they start like cutting up and dancing and running and the shit where it just looks weird, like. Yeah.
And that's just, and then, like I say, that's just like just one of the main things that people like point out on Thurman. Like, he does this, he does that, and now like I said, he's facing Barrios. So like I said, optics, he got bodied by Tank. So if a small blown up lightweight can do it, Thurman should be able to do it.
All right, so okay, I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask each one of y'all niggas, each one of y'all down the motherfucking line.
What's that?
First, percentage. What's the percentage you get for this fight for the favorite? Like, what 60-40, 50-50, 70-30? What you see this as?
I mean, I see this as probably 80-20 for Thurman. And like I said, and the only reason why it's 20 because, like I said, Thurman's been out of the ring for a little bit too long. I can't be 100% on that dude.
Okay, that's you. All right, King P.
85-15.
God damn.
I mean, that 15% is the Thurman, being off that much. But I don't even think that's he's been in the gym training for a damn year. So if he hasn't worked the rust off, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. But he'll be fine.
You say that, but then everybody shitted on how he looked on that bag that one video not too long ago.
Why? Because he looked at.
But we didn't. But yeah, no. But he was also doing 15 rounds with the vest on, and that was basically at the end of it. Like.
Oh, okay.
That weighted vest, like they ran with that, not realizing he went 15 rounds with the weighted vest on. So yeah.
Pilot, what about you?
Pilot.
Fuck it, I was gonna say 80-20, but I'm gonna say 90-10. I must have pulled my Terminator card right here. I'm saying 90-10. Keith Thurman is gonna get him out of there early.
Damn.
Oh, he's a confident Thurman fan.
Y'all niggas won't expect Thurman to wipe
I think he stops him too. Mario's going to sleep. Mario's going to sleep.
I mean, I see a 70-30, honestly.
Nah, I say 85-15. 90-10 is a little too much. Because Keith's been out, like Pat said, Keith's been out for 2.5 years. So.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, if you can't get a guy on the best at 126, you know what I mean? Nah, man, you gotta get him out.
I mean, so what are we thinking in terms of predictions? I mean, I'll give my prediction. I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I will go with Thurman winning by stoppage in 11. Now,
damn, 11.
Yeah, yep. It is a 12-round fight, isn't it? Yeah, it's a 12-round fight. Yeah.
Just say the 12th round, then.
It is. Yeah. But I do think, and it is the bold prediction because considering that Thurman hasn't knocked out anyone since Palazzo. It's been almost 7 years.
You know what I'm saying? The Palazzo knockout wasn't like no crazy knockout. It was just on some.
He quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a knockout is a knockout. It was still a stoppage, but that's his last one to date. You know, I mean, and for a guy that used to be called one time, it's just like, you know, so it's like, I mean, it is a risk calling for a knockout, but I feel that's what it has to be. I honestly,
nigga, all these guys got they stopped getting the knockouts as they went up. Like this isn't something.
Yeah,
that's
no, but
fun.
this is Barrios. This is not a nigga going. He's not going back to 150. He's not going back to 154. This is Barrios. That's the reason why I'm calling for the knockout on this.
But
shit.
damn, like y'all like Barrios wasn't like I don't know, like I don't think Barrios.
Remember, I'm different because I'm different with Barrios because I complained about Barrios for the longest time.
I know you know.
So yeah, damn the Tank fight, nigga. I go way back before that, so that's the whole reason. That's my thing. Like I expect Barrios to be stopped by Thurman. It'll probably be an entertaining fight though, but I just think Thurman is.
Yeah, it'll definitely be entertaining.
Yeah, but I just think Thurman's just in a higher class. He'll probably break it down. I don't think Barrios will be able to take Thurman's type of power. I mean, Thurman is, he's still heavy-handed. He's a bigger guy. So I mean, I do think Thurman will be able to stop him late in the fight at 11. My prediction.
11. Okay, Pilot.
I'm gonna say Keith Thurman's gonna get him out of there by round 6.
Wow.
He's gonna drop. He should at least. I think Barrios will probably hit the canvas twice and shit. So I'm gonna say Keith Thurman will stop him around 6.
Damn.
Shit, that's bolder than my prediction.
King P gonna say 3rd round.
Nah. 7th. I say the 7th. But I mean, it's more likely to happen early because Keith likes to Keith always adds his power more in the beginning. Like then at the end, he kind of just wants to box you. But I think it's that middle ground because Barrios isn't just going to give up, and Barrios is going to come and bring it to him. And Barrios is going to have probably a high output, a somewhat high output, which gives Thurman more chances to just pick him off. So I think in the 7th round will be where he meets his demise. Barrios going to sleep.
Okay, that's what it is. LB, what about you, bruh?
Thurman 116, 112.
A decision. Okay, so this is one of those times where I guess we're going to get where you're just the lone man on your own, bruh.
Oh no, it's Terminators all day, but I know this nigga too well, man. Like, and just boxing. This one of those fights where usually you'll have certain fights where there is an overall perceived notion, like perception, and I think people discrediting Barrios too much, and I think people downplaying the rust factor that's going to be involved with Thurman, and the fact that this is like a crossroads bout for each one of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We low-key might get a fight of the year between these two. Like I can see this being like a more competitive Soto Carras fight that goes the distance. And Thurman ain't fought like that in since the Soto Carras fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Keith was he was really that nigga was one time that nigga was hungry.
Shout outs to Lukey Boxing, because I had seen he had a tweet the other day and he was like, vintage Keith, the Soto Carras fight is vintage Keith Thurman, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking facts. Like,
I mean Keith.
Any mental matchup, I'm taking the Keith Thurman that was from that night.
Yeah, I mean Keith looked like he was next in that fight. Like he it's like he wasn't fucking around in that fight.
Yeah, crazy finish. Like that's the Thurman I wanted to see fight Floyd and Pacquiao and all them other niggas.
But like I said, now Thurman, he's a married man. He's kind of receding his hairline. He likes to play his winning kazoo most of the time.
Chopped off.
Yeah, I mean, he's like Samson. Let's see if this. Samson loses his hair, loses his strength.
So we'll see, but yeah, I know this has Tank Cruz vibes to me.
It's interesting. That's interesting take. I ain't knocking it. That's interesting.
Huh?
That's a good take. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least
I would love for Thurman to stop at this nigga and look brutally, spectacular, of course, but
But it's gonna be one of those things where Thurman. I mean, most people would be like, if Thurman wins, he's like, okay, you gotta fight Spencer Ugas next. Like, I mean, beating Barrios.
I like Bud. I just see him face Bud.
Now I want Crawford to fight Boots, man. Fuck all that. Or let Boots be breathing down Bud neck so much that he'll have to fight Thurman.
Boots is probably gonna fight Castillo Clinton. I heard.
In an eliminator first, and personally, that's still a good fight.
That's a good fight. I don't know who Bud gonna fight, but at least if he could knock out Aram in court, I'll be satisfied with that.
Right. But at least with this pay-per-view, I mean, before the Thurman Barrios fight, I mean, there are 3 fights on there. 2 of them are actually pretty damn good. One is just. Well, I mean, I guess you got
it's there, it's the roll-up fight, it's the,
the bathroom break fight, if you need to, do something.
Check the wings in the air fryer fight.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the co-main fight. I guess I'll go down and, the co-main fight is...
Santa Cruz is the co-main. Oh.
Yes, he is. Santa Cruz making his comeback after again iced by Tank, brutally.
Damn, the Spirit Tank is all in this fucking card, though.
Yeah, and he'll be facing Keenan Carbajal, who is the nephew of all-time great Michael Carbajal. I didn't know. I said that I didn't realize that until I saw something about Keenan Carbajal, and it turns out that him and his uncle don't really get along that well. And Michael Carbajal didn't like his name being attached to him during the whole build-up to him fighting LSC. So it's just like, well, I guess that's.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
you earned it.
Yeah.
Using me to promo your bullshit ass fight, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. I mean, I think they. I mean, I don't think he said. I mean, Keenan wanted to use it, but Michael Carbajal just, I think, has some real beef with him and his dad, which is his brother. So I think, yeah, they were like, so Marco was like, no, I don't give a fuck about this fight. Don't use my name. I don't associate myself with my brother and my nephew. Don't do any of that shit. So
damn, hold on. This sounds like some damn wow. I'm gonna bring it back. Wow. Pat gonna know this because Pat the old motherfucker too. Remember that? I think it was the Victor Burgos fight with Darchinian.
How could I forget that one?
I think I don't know if Steve Albert or it was one of the commentators, somebody, and they were saying how his dad, his uncle ran over his dad, hit his dad with a car or some shit. It was like some fucked up tragic story with them niggas. I'm like, oh, damn.
And they were beefing like,
yeah, it was beefing like. Yeah, you beefing hard when your parents and siblings is like hitting each other with cars and shit. But yeah, that stood out to me. So and that this sounded like it got that kind of energy.
Yeah, it does, and that honestly that's probably the only thing. But other than that, that's probably the only thing that I can find that's in terms of any type of interest for this fight. I mean, it pretty much is just to see if does LSC still have it after again iced like he did. I mean, dude got iced in his corner with his father looking at him.
That's good because we're gonna want to see Leo Santa Cruz in a bigger fight by the end of the year, unless PBC just keeps him inactive after that. But if he wins and he looks good, because Leo Santa Cruz, like,
he's a waste of a career,
huh?
Is a waste of a career.
Nah, I'm not gonna go that far and say that. Nah, there's niggas boxing right now in their prime who I would say is wasting a fucking career. Don't get me started, ple's.
I won't. But all I know is that this nigga.
He's had too many meaningless fights. That's really what I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, he's had shitloads of them.
Yeah, like honestly. Like Leo Santa Cruz, he has maybe about 7 worthwhile fights for his career,
and they're all
7's a lot.
And it's all pretty much bantamweight and down for him. Like dude was a beast at bantamweight,
Yeah, like honestly, you can name all the important fights from Leo Santa Cruz career. Like one, hold on, okay, both Frampton fights. Both Abner Mares fight, Tank fight. That's 5. Give me 2 more from Bantam or something, and we good.
The Morel fight.
The Morel fight.
The Christian Mijares fight. Well, that was super Bantam.
He fought Mijares?
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
That was a wow. Yeah, I forgot about. Okay, 7. Was I lying though?
Yeah, that's pretty much about it, really.
Don't he have like 40-some fights, like 30-some fights?
Yeah, he has 40 fights, exact 40. You know,
and I just gave you 7 of the 7 most important fights in his career.
Yeah,
and he lost maybe 3 of them shits.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Like I say, though, dude. And like I said, I don't want to go into my rants because I could rant about LSC all fucking day, and I don't want to. But let's just say it's just to say his career he underachieved in his career for someone of his talent. He really truly did, you know. And it's just a shame that he's at this level where you're like, let's see if he can come back against this kid, you know, who just happens to be the nephew of an all-time great fighter. You know, and he's a co-main for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
his uncle getting now. If Leo Santa Cruz, you know, gets stole off on, and you know he looked bad, and nephew looked good. Uncle can't come in talking about like, yeah, that's my boy. Like, nah,
word.
you might have to get the work after that. Like, you might get the fight afterwards. It's like, nah, like keep that energy. Like,
word. Well, at least there are 2 other fights in there. You know.
Oh, hold on. Quick prediction. Decision, stoppage. How y'all? What y'all looking at?
I think this will probably go the distance.
Yeah.
This has. I mean, this will probably be like a 118, 108 type of deal. I mean, he might even score a knockdown.
In fight to get this out of the way.
Right.
Because I feel like the first fight is going to be good. The second fight is going to be good. This fight will be good for like 4 rounds. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to set in a little pace, and then we're all going to be like,
yeah. Then I'm gonna have to get up and walk around just to make sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Yeah.
I can feel it from this fight.
The first 3-4 rounds be popping, then they'll be like, okay, can get over with, wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but honestly, I kind of like it when fights get better in the second half than.
Yeah.
I hate seeing good fights fizzle out. That shit pisses me the fuck off.
And this happens with LC constantly. It's
too many times.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe the Frampton fights might be the only time where it doesn't happen for him.
Yeah, he kept energy through the Mares fights, but yeah, the Frampton fights were better. Like, damn, like. Shit. They robbed us of that third fight. My goodness.
Yeah, well, I don't think
how the hell you don't have a rubber match for that? Like,
no, I think it's too late for that now.
Yeah, definitely too late. Like shit, and then shit. It's looking too late for the damn Gary Russell Jr. fight.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, it has probably. I mean, I'd say it has a small gas, but it just depends. Really on, you know, either what Gary does going forward after his loss or LSC, how LSC actually looks. You know, Pete, what about you? How do you think this fight will go? P. King P. This nigga P.
No. My bad, my shit wasn't working for a minute. What's going on? My bad. My shit was like fucking up.
Yo, what's your prediction for LSC and Keenan Carvalho for the co-main? Like, how do you think LSC will probably go in this fight?
I mean, if LSC is LSC, then it'll be a good fight. I think LSC should definitely win this, maybe by late stoppage, but who knows?
We could only hope.
We can only hope.
Knockouts all night, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all hoping for a stoppage, but I think some of us are just like, I mean, it might go just because LC has a tendency to drag these fights out longer than it really should be.
Yeah. Oh my god, he gets into his little second gear, he gets in his little gear and he just stays there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, like everybody's gonna get so annoyed that nephew is like too tough for his own good.
Right.
Like, damn it, like he's being competitive and he's real tough, but it doesn't feel like he's gonna win. We got, what is this, round 5?
Yeah. Well, I guess I just gotta make sure. Maybe I have I make sure I have the coffee brewing and stuff just in case. It's like, do I need to stay home?
I can't drink no coffee in the middle of a fight. What is this?
Well, it's either or I walk or I pace back and forth in my living room just to make sure I don't get too comfortable watching this nigga LC going to do what he does.
Oh man, we only pull out those precautions for like when Laura fight or some shit. Or Miguel Vasquez.
Or Sanchez.
No, oh yeah, Frank Sanchez. Oh Lord, like I don't think that.
Yeah, but at least
at this point, you gotta put me at gunpoint to watch a Frank Sanchez fight.
No, I feel you on that, though. But at least though, the first two fights should be slugfest. The other one, of course, Abel Ramos, who we've mentioned before, will be facing Josecito Lopez. I don't see no way that this fight does not end in a knockout. Like,
that's gonna be a damn good fight.
I mean, Josecito, honestly, how Josecito is still, how he is right now is still it's actually because dude has been through it. I mean, from Victor Ortiz to Canelo to Jesse Vargas to Marcos Maidana. I mean, he's one of the. I mean, can't
forget Thurman. He had Thurman on roller skates. Like he almost killed Thurman with that punch. Like, man, like literally, like I'm gonna take it back on some SNK shit. If y'all niggas remember Fatal Fury 3, where you could knock the person and it's almost like you could punch them into the screen, like they fall into the foreground, like that nigga's gonna land in your lap, like in the living room. like I thought that's what was going to happen.
Good Lord.
like one of the braids came loose and almost hit me. Like I was like, oh shit. Like, y'all going in on Thurman? Nah. So I was making sure, we can't forget what he did to Keith Thurman. You motherfuckers never let us forget.
Of course, can't not. But like I said though, dude has faced a bunch of who's, but I mean, with the exception of Canelo, who's just simply way too fucking big for him. Like he's given a lot of cats trouble. Like whether he won or he lost.
And the fact that he showed heart against Canelo was up in there trying to trade with the man, like. Yeah,
honestly, that Canelo fight was sick because it was clear that Lopez had to eat himself to that fucking weight, and he did.
I mean, he wasn't even supposed to get that fight. He was supposed to be a stepping stone for Victor Ortiz to get the Canelo fight.
But Ortiz, and I always say this was a legitimate, because Ortiz decided, hey, I'm gonna eat every uppercut in the fucking book, and then one uppercut broke his jaw in like 2 places.
Damn, we're gonna have the uppercut season remix on that. I forgot how many uppercuts was in that fight.
Yeah, like that's all he was eating uppercuts, and then one uppercut finally broke his jaw, and I think it was an uppercut and then a right hand that broke his jaw to pieces.
Trying to do a goddamn Dom Guard tribute with them uppercuts.
I mean, whatever he did, like I honestly, I didn't think Josecito Lopez even had that type of power. But Ortiz, he be losing in some ways. You just shake your head. But I mean, that was a legitimate loss. I mean, because it was either that. I mean,
Lopez has decent pop though.
He does. Like, I mean, dude has like that wiry pop. But like I said, yeah. He shook up. He shook up Maidana too. I mean, Maidana got rocked by that.
He had Maidana on skates.
Doesn't he work with Robert Garcia? Josecito?
Does he still? I mean, who? I think he does. I think he still works with Robert Garcia.
He does. I'm not sure if he's still with him though.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, but in this time, like the Josecito has settled in as a gay. I mean, he pretty much he sent John Molina, Sugar John Molina, into retirement. You know,
see, it was crazy. We all thought that John Molina fight with him was going to be crazy, and it was like the most brutal ass whooping.
Yeah, you know, Molina took his final ass whooping in that one, and then of course, I think in his last fight out, you know, he stopped Francisco Santana, who Jarrett Hurd struggled with. And you know, of all things, you know, yeah. So
the Francisco Santana fight wasn't even bad. That was a decent fight.
But this is when Hurd was trying to say, should I be a boxer or should I be?
Oh, no, not the Hurd fight. I'm talking about with Lopez.
Oh, okay, yeah, Lopez. Yeah,
nah, nigga, ain't shit. Ain't nothing good to be said about that whole card with Hurd.
Yeah,
Hurd and Swift, like, nah, we all try to forget that card.
You know, but
like, that's in the same vault with damn Bird and Touch of Sleep, like
yeah.
that's somewhere in the where they got the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Ark of the Covenant or some shit.
Facts.
We sealed that tape, nigga.
Word. And then we have Abel Ramos, whose last fight he became the first man to stop one Omar Figueroa brutally at that. I think, well, it was brutal to me because, you know,
yeah, that was a damn good fight. Yeah,
it was.
Omar fighting like the hooligan. I don't know the fuck he was trying to do. He had his hands down.
Yeah, and then and of course Figueroa ended up spitting up blood. You know, because Ramos kind of, you know, was touching him up a little bit too much. You know, and yeah, Ramos, and then of course, you know, he's also fought Ugas before, winning. You know, he lost a split decision in that fight. It wasn't a very pleasant fight to watch, though. I'll give you that. It was not pleasant to watch.
It was a good fight by Ugas standards,
right? You know, and but yeah, no, and then, you know, and he's also lost to Baranchek, and actually, no, that's right. I completely forgot he actually fought fucking Baranchek too. You know, that was one of them showbox brawls. That was like, I remember that was years ago.
That you went back.
Yeah. I remember Baranchek and Ramos. Yeah, I remember they were fucking each other up in that fight. Yeah.
That might be a forgotten fate. Might have to revisit that.
Yeah, I'm serious, because I remember it too. Because I remember I was like, that was a showbox fight. I'm like, guys, like, god damn, like these two are lining each other up. This is
random fights like that people forget about, and that's why here at Ring Game Radio we always try to like remind y'all about that shit, because not everybody's gonna remember the big names. Like, so me personally, I've been watching a bunch of fucking Shane Mosley fights recently. Like,
yeah.
But you know me, I watch that damn Tommy Hearns, Randy Shields.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Ramos is.
What's yours with the Gotti Bronco?
Yeah, exactly, Gotti Bronco. Yeah, they do that. Bringing there's all these obscure fights that come up, you know, and you also realize like Ramos has also fought Prograis and Jamal James too. So like, dude has been there with, you know,
damn, got a better resume than the niggas who beat him.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine if he had got another win or two out of that bunch. Like, you feel me?
Right, you know, and he has a draw with Maurice Hooker as well.
Shit.
Yeah, like, yeah, dude has been.
Okay, now I see why motherfuckers is like, man, like that Thurman fight would have been better. But the thing is, PBC don't know how to market and build up B-sides.
They don't.
Like, Ramos should have been more active, had more recent fights, something to kind of push it as a bigger fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it was up to Thurman though too. So
yeah, it was. I mean, Thurman made his decision, and that's why I was like, I wish he didn't use Barker. Like I said, Ramos, because Ramos is established. Like, he's been there with tough guys. So I mean, a win over him would probably mean a lot more.
The whole is he too established? Like, is he too worn out? You know. So
I mean, like I said, I mean,
well.
I mean, for Ramos, like, I mean, at least for Ramos, I mean, only Prograis actually stopped him. So that's like, you know, it's like, you know,
you would name like the who's who. You would name the Sinister Six of fucking punchers.
Yeah.
This nigga name was Maurice Hooker, Prograis,
Baranchek, you know, yeah, dude's
Baranchek, like you.
Yeah, I mean,
so of course, like, all you giving me is a Latin Derevyanchenko. Yeah, he fought this guy, that guy, this guy. Like, oh, word, like. Yeah. But Barrios only just lost one time.
Right.
So let's just say Keith wins in fashion. Would you say that what would be a good next fight for him after that?
I mean, people will still.
Terrence Crawford.
I like that fight.
Hold on, Terrence Crawford versus Abel Ramos. What the fuck y'all smoking?
No, I like Bud Thurman.
Oh, Bud Thurman. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thurman wins.
I'm like, how the fuck y'all started talking about Thurman? Like that shit just.
Because I think if somehow Barrios won, Bud wouldn't want to fight Barrios. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be some whole shit.
Yeah.
Bud has mentioned that Thurman's a fight he wanted for a while. Bud always said he likes that Thurman fight. So.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, because like I said, these two have kind of been wishy-washy, especially Thurman about these type of fights. I mean, he won't fight Spence because they have beef. He's been wishy-washy.
He wants to fight Spence. What the fuck? He wants to fight Spence.
He just heard the boots a couple months ago.
Thurman. How dare you even get that fucking wrong? Like, you got 3 Terminators on this shit.
Nigga, they were beefing. I don't know what you were talking about. Spence and Thurman Spence weren't fucking each other like that to even want to fight. I mean, that's the whole reason why.
They weren't beefing, because beefing usually is 2 niggas want to fight each other. Only the Florida nigga want to fight someone in this scenario.
Yeah, but no, they were beefing. It wasn't like they were like they weren't saying they weren't like they were like, yeah, I don't want to work with this dude and this, that, and third. Like that's the whole reason.
Beefing in this boxing era is on some damn political politics shit. Like niggas is like, nah, I ain't gonna get you your biggest payday and my biggest payday to beat your ass because I can't stand you. Nah, nigga.
Yeah, and that's why there was a Thurman Pacquiao fight, and what happened especially with Thurman after that. So it's like it's weird. I mean, but I think if Thurman wants a shot, I mean, especially if Spence and Ugas fight and one of them unifies all 3 belts, so it'll be it's either you do that or you fight Crawford. So
we'll see.
But with Abel Ramos and Josecito Lopez, so what are we thinking? I mean, personally, I think it's gonna be a knockout, but I'm gonna go with Ramos on this one because I think Ramos is just a little bit more durable than Josecito Lopez right now. Although I think it'll be a competitive fight, but I think Ramos will probably stop him in maybe 7 or so.
God damn. Okay. What's King P Pilot?
I say Ramos by stoppage.
Shit. What round?
8th.
Okay. Pilot.
Ramos stops him in 10.
Ramos shit, remember like I think Ramos damn near stopped Ugas. Like
I think both guys might hurt it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lopez hurts Ramos along the way.
Well, they both can hurt each other, but like I said before, Lopez doesn't come in the ring 100% no more on his health meter.
He's Molina 100% ass whooping though.
But I mean, what I want to know is the real Ramos going to be on the card too, or is he on the non-televised portion? The good Ramos, the Ramos that everybody's going to care about in a couple of years.
Yeah, don't say the good Ramos, and then y'all niggas is like, nah, we wanted him to fight Thurman. Like,
I think he's on a different card. He's not on the undercard. I think he's gonna be on a different card.
I could have sworn Jesus was on. I'm saying on the non-televised portion. I think, but I think he's fighting that same day.
I mean, they always like them together though.
Yeah, he's one of the actual top prospects. I don't see PBC putting him as untelevised. I think he's supposed to be on a different card. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't. Like, he's an actual talent. I don't think he'd be buried on.
Yeah, but they haven't really stepped him to the next level yet. Like, he's been gradually up in his comp, but they might just throw him in there with a little career mode fight just to give him some rounds or some work.
Yeah, didn't do fight on a? He fought on a Fox card, like in a main event. I don't think PBC would be like, okay, we're gonna put you on the untelevised card now. I don't think.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we'll see.
But in Fox, PBC does a whole lot of different shit. I don't. Yeah,
Well, I remember hearing about something about putting him up against Vladimir Hernandez on the undercard or some shit like that.
No, I did hear about that. You're right.
But I think that would be a televised fight. I can't see them not putting.
Yeah, that's a wasted undercard fight. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's on a different card, but I'm pretty sure that would be televised. I can't. PBC would be.
The way boxing move now, that's a co-main.
Yeah. If they make that untelevised, them niggas is stupid.
That's up there with the damn the Mayweather Price fight, the damn TMT fighter. Y'all got an undefeated puncher going against another person who's damn just got one loss, and in a loss he was winning, and y'all got that at 4:00 in the afternoon type shit. I can't see that being untelevised. I mean, I don't think it's definitely not on this card from what I can tell, but I'm pretty sure it's on a different. It will be on a different card, but yeah, no. If they untelevise that shit, them niggas is stupid. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'd have to go with it.
Well, I just looked. I don't see anything. I could have sworn they were gonna have him on that fight on the card, whether it be untelevised, but I don't see it. So I guess they might have changed their mind.
Well, y'all think, damn, I'm actually picking Lopez in this shit, bro. Y'all picking Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Lopez will control Ramos better.
Yeah, Josecito is an underrated boxer. I mean, yeah, he is very underrated on that. But like I said, it's just like Ramos hits pretty damn fucking hard. So
Ramos not on Berto level to where like he got the skill, precision punching where he could like make a comeback and just take over type shit. And it's like, damn. Mm-hmm. Like, although Ramos still has a chance, don't get me wrong. Like he could still come back and hit dude with a hard shot and hurt him. He's
either way, I wouldn't be mad at either guy, whoever wins, man. I would not be mad at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm picking Lopez by decision in a good fight where in a type of mid-level Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado type of fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even a bad fight right there. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a good fight. So
they should have put Jesus on the opener instead of that fucking cheater who we got to discuss. Ugh.
Yeah, and the opener is actually a pretty damn good fight too. We have the cheater Luis Neri, coming off his defeat and losing his belt to Brandon Figueroa, and he'll be facing undefeated Carlos Castro, who's coming off knocking Oscar Escandon out cold. And
this fight is almost too good for an opener. Like
it is though, and let's say, and Neri, for all his faults, I mean, Neri is a pure puncher. Like, dude hits hard. Now, will he pass a drug test? That's another thing.
Y'all got your fucking wings, your nachos, whatever shit y'all eating that night. Y'all get it early, have it on point.
Yeah,
because you don't have the Santa Cruz fight where you ease into it. Like,
these two are gonna throw some hands.
Like,
yeah, these two are gonna throw some serious hands at each other. This one is just harder because Castro is more of an accumulative type of puncher, whereas Neri can knock you out with one shot.
But Neri could get outboxed. He could be outworked.
Yeah,
he can get hurt clearly too.
Yeah, he can definitely get hurt.
He lost from that damn Figueroa beating.
Right.
I mean, he's been durable otherwise.
He has though. But obviously he's had some gifts though. Like that Alameda fight never sat right with me. I thought dude lost that fight so clear, And then and I hear a 118, 110 type of score, and I'm just to myself, nigga, what the fuck? That shit. Yeah. Neri, puncher, but his boxing is shaky.
Desired.
Yeah, lots of desire. And that was probably, I think that's probably the reason why I'm actually going with Castro on this one. I think Castro will actually decision him. Is it a 10-round fight or a 12-round? This probably doesn't tell me.
You on something? Shit.
I think
the whole night.
Yeah, I think
we agreed on Leo Santa Cruz, but I don't count that though. That's like that was an obligatory, like
yeah.
Like, everyone in the ring gang is gonna agree with this one. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna go distance, but I don't remember if it's a 10. Oh, it's a 10-rounder. Okay, good. It's 10. It's a 10-rounder. So yeah, I think Castro
tried to get a knockdown, and Castro got to prevent that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Castro will
probably they'll give him the fight.
Yeah, I think Castro. I mean, I think it will be a good like nip and tuck battle, but I think Castro will probably drop Neri late, to seal the fight on the cards. I think it will probably be like a, let me just say 97-92 type of deal.
Or you might see a PBC draw too.
Yeah, they haven't been popping up lately, especially in fights where there should be one. Like, the Russell.
I had to drop that article. What the fuck? Like, they know what's up. They know what's good.
Really?
I had to call that shit out. Literally, like, the robbery, the PBC draw is the new robbery.
Facts,
Remember, there was one time where I felt like every other month we was getting a draw in a big fight.
Right, in draws where there was a clear winner and shit.
Yeah. Like, literally, sometimes we was getting, like, 2 draws in one.
Yeah, they were handing out draws a little bit too freely.
Hard, like...
You get a draw. You get a draw. You get a draw. Everyone gets the PBC draw.
Because even Matchroom jumped in on it, too, at one point. Like...
Matchroom had to get in on the fun, too. Well, we just can't have you giving out all the draws. We got to give out some draws, too.
Right.
They gave out too many on that damn when a certain heavyweight debuted in America.
Yeah, among others.
They needed to give them shits out then if they wanted to give them out.
Right. Oh man.
What y'all? So Pilot, King P, Neri, what's good?
Neri Castro.
Neri by KO.
Okay. Straightforward. What round?
I say I'm gonna say 4th.
Okay, wow. And Castro's a pretty tough guy too, so that's a good one. Pilot.
I'm gonna say Castro outworks him, and wins like about a 116-112 type of fight.
It's a 10-rounder fight.
Oh, 10th round, my fault.
96-94.
Yeah, something like that. 96-94 probably.
Okay, that's what it is. Ubby, did you give your prediction or not?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Castro by decision.
Okay.
When you said it first, I was like, damn, that's the same. I was like, we finally, we agreed.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Castro stopped him, but like I said, I mean, Neri getting stopped by Figueroa, who actually has, who's really heavy-handed, and top of the activity is one thing, Castro's not that. I mean, Castro doesn't hit as hard as that though, but
if he keeps Neri busy and just overwhelms him, he could get something started. So
right, but I think the whole consensus is as long as Neri takes a little punishment, then it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's all the fights on the main card or whatever. So I mean, like I said, 2 fights that should be good on paper, that should play out as such. The main event, should be interesting to watch, and the LSC fight A, just plan whatever you need to do, for intermission just during that fight.
Yeah, that's your piss break. That's your piss break. Take it there.
Piss break, blunt break,
they just break 4 rounds. That's all.
Right.
So at least you kind of know what we're talking about when we recap. So it's not like you're like, oh damn, I ain't even see that nigga fight.
Yeah.
Like nah. So when we put up a poll involving Leo Santa Cruz, you could respond appropriately,
right?
Like y'all did for this next topic.
Yeah, and then remember, you can buy the pay-per-view for $75 on your cable system. That is,
what do you buy with Bitcoin? The fuck? That nigga's wildin'. $75.
Yeah.
You see two niggas who lost their last fight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, can we buy an NFT pay-per-view instead? Like, is that possible?
I'm saying, like, PPC back then,
for real.
you know, just get this shit popping, you know, make it worth the while, get some royalties off this shit or something.
I mean, can we trade? I mean, like, can I trade y'all a Thurman NFT for like the pay-per-view? Could that work somehow?
You know what I'm saying? I'll trade in some of my crypto for pay-per-view. At least, you know, I have plenty of it. I own plenty of it, so.
Yeah, like what's good with y'all?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, if it's, you know,
and we being nice about it. We was like some old heads. We'd have been like on some like, oh, back in my day, we didn't have a pay-per-view with two fucking losers.
Well, we had a hot box that loves to watch this shit, you know, for $3.99.
So what do you think Tuesday night fights was for? Like, oh shit.
Yeah. And funny things too, LB's part is not far off. Like that's what really be the line of thinking.
This nigga said Tuesday night fights. I'm dying right now.
I mean, it shit's real. That's how it was. Like I said, you know, if you knew, like, yeah.
Bad. I mean, y'all gotta remember back in the day, you got to see Monday Night Raw. Monday. Then you got Tuesday night fights
on USA. Yep.
On USA, like USA was killing shit back in the day. Then Saturday, Sunday, you had the damn cartoons.
Yeah. Then you got Friday night fights.
ESPN had Friday night fights.
Right. And then they used to have an HBO show on Saturdays too.
Yeah,
KO Nation. Yeah, KO Nation, man. Those are the days, man.
This card's equivalent of like a TV KO card.
TV KO. That's
the card where Thurman knocked out Soto Cross. I can't even remember everybody who was on that card, but I know that card was fire.
It was. Wasn't
there boxing on Thursday nights at one point?
Randomly, yeah.
Probably randomly.
But it never was like a set thing, like how a Friday or Saturday was, or
Tuesday.
It'd be like on channel 13 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the random channel.
Boxing was a little different. It's now, of course, we have we have streams and links like that. So
all these platforms.
Yeah, it's a little different now, you know. But you know, it's good to see how far the shit has actually gone.
Facts.
But yeah, our next topic, and I will let P lead us in on.